What's up, guys? It's Monday, January 30th, 5:37 p.m., and we're back with another crypto newsletter. We got Montenegro Central Bank partners with Ripple to develop CBDC. We know this. This was announced the other day, but it was in a different language when we first saw it. So now we can actually see the details. So the country currently has no national currency of its own, utilizing the euro since 2002. Subsequently, this provides an interesting development of the country's own digital currency or stablecoin. To date, the Prime Minister has taken to Twitter to only confirm the collaborative effort to launch a CBDC pilot project. So they're doing it with Ripple right there. Now let's keep going. We got Iran-Russia link banking systems amid Western sanction. Iran and Russia have connected their interbank communication and transfer systems to help boost trade and financial transactions. They had announced today, since 2018 reimposition of U.S. sanction on Iran after Washington ditched Tehran's 2015 nuclear deal with world powers, the Islamic Republic has been disconnected from SWIFT ever since. So Iranian banks no longer need to use SWIFT with Russia banks, which can be for the opening of letters of credit and the transfers or warranties. While Russia's Central Bank declined to comment on the deal, they said about 700 Russian banks and 106 non-Russian banks from 13 different countries will be connected to the system without elaborating on the names of the foreign banks. So the financial channel between Iran and the world is being repaired, they said. Since the start of the Ukraine war, Iran and Moscow have acted to forge close bilateral ties as both capitals attempt to build new economic and diplomatic partnerships elsewhere. So that's what we're seeing happen today. We're seeing a move from the dollar, a move from SWIFT, and the US is going to have to act on it. Now next, we got why Ripple is going to change the global economy. Ripple, a leader in enterprise blockchain and crypto solution, announced in November 2022 that it's expanding its ODL service to new regions such as Africa, Argentina, Belgium, and Israel. Additionally, existing customers in countries such as Australia, Brazil, Singapore, UAE, UK, and US are upgrading to ODL, which is a big deal. So what is on-demand liquidity? I'm sure we all know this at this point. They utilize XRP, and basically you get access to a crypto-enabled service to enhance your treasury payment process 24/7, 365, payout, marketplace vendors globally, etc. Let's go down here. So RippleNet is a blockchain and crypto technology that enables customers around the world to accelerate their business performance at scale. I'm sure we all know at this point what Ripple's offering, what their product is, their solution. It goes into it all. But CBDC and XRP, it's essential to remember what you read about Ripple and XRP so far in the article. Ripple's company mission is to make cross-border payments faster, cheaper, and more transparent. One of the key ways Ripple is working to achieve this mission is by partnering with banks and financial institutions to use XRP as a bridge currency. So this is where CBDCs come into play. And Ripple's XRP network has the potential to play a significant role in the use and adoption of CBDCs because XRP is a digital asset that can be used as a bridge currency. It can help facilitate the exchange of various CBDCs. This means when someone wants to send money to another country using a CBDC, they can use XRP to convert the money into the appropriate currency. And that's why it's a huge opportunity for Ripple and XRP that these countries launch these CBDCs. So XRP can act as that bridge digital asset to have the currency conversion on the back end of all these CBDCs and ultimately all the money. So let's keep going. Remittances from Stellar are largely still a manual process. People have to travel in person to send or receive a remittance, pay a hefty transaction fee, send or receive their remittances in physical cash, which can present safety concerns. So they offer a solution. Felix, a WhatsApp-based payments platform that enables US-based Latino immigrants to send money, partners with Bitt, the largest cryptocurrency platform in Latin America, to speed up remittance from days to seconds. Together, they provide cheaper and faster remittances for everyone with access to Stellar on and off ramps and an intuitive user experience. Currently, the whole remittance process can take up to an hour, sometimes days, starting from the sender going to a store to the beneficiary seeing the deposit. With Stellar, it takes seconds. Boom, right there. Stellar has a case study for that with Bitso and Felix, how Felix and Bitso power faster and cheaper remittances to Latin America using Stellar. So it just goes to show everything that we've been tracking for a very long time now is Stellar is going to be used with these, say, payment providers or like MoneyGrams, Western Unions, the Felixes, and on the back end, now you're going to be able to send money as, a person to another person way faster. Whereas what I just read here with Ripple is they're partnering with banks, central banks, to launch these CBDCs to then have XRP positioned as the digital neutral bridge asset to be on the back end, the conversion of CBDCs from one digital CBDC to another digital CBDC of another country. Make sense? All right, let's go in. So now we got the next thing. We got this chart, and I like this chart because it shows you the time cycle. And what I referred to in my first newsletter today was the 4-year cycle based off of the Stargate indicators. So if you didn't see that newsletter from today, from earlier, I'll put that link in the bio here so you can watch it. But basically the 10-day buy now flashed at every single market bottom of the Stargate signals. And this shows that relationship of the 4-year cycle. And these are called the sine waves. And I really want to get good at learning them because I use time analysis a lot, but I'm doing it manually. But if I can master the sine waves, that'd be solid. But as you can see, when you have this start, it's usually the bottom. And then as we round out here closer to the top, usually the momentum changes. Then the bottom, you have it to the top rounding out, momentum changes, bottom, round out to the top, momentum changes, bottom. And that's what we're currently in right now. So it kind of goes with our theory of, hey, we're going to go into a massive bull run the next 2 years. And by late 2025, 2026, we're going to go into our crash. And then maybe we'll have to see by 2027 by that point. But this is the big one. This is the juicy one. What we're going to experience the next couple of years here is the hyper boom. And you want to be positioned well for that. So if you're just getting into crypto or you're fairly new, then head over to stargate-ventures.com. I'll put the link in the bio. You can book a free info session. So right on the main page, book a free info session. Get plugged up with a game plan for 2023. I'm telling you, this opportunity that we're sitting in front of right now is one that is going to be the best opportunity of most people's lives. And it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. I've shared many documents and kind of just announcements from people at the World Economic Forum or in the Holy Grail research paper with the Holy Grail cross-border payments. We're talking about what is happening right now as we speak is a thousands of years problem. And they're fixing it with the advent of Web3, blockchain, digital currencies. And we have the chance to actually own a piece of this new architecture that's being built. If you're brand new to crypto, have only been in a bit and you're trying to find, who do I get reputable information from? Get plugged up with us. Go to the link in the bio, come to the homepage, book a free info session and get a game plan for 2023. So now let's keep going in. We got that indicating that. And then plus we have this for XRP. So XRP launchpad line, secret number 27. The launchpad line played a major role in previous cycle, and this time it may have the same ripple effect. I tend to agree. So you have this line stretching back from 2014 coming up here. We had the support there, and then we're literally bouncing on that line right now as we speak. So if we're talking about time cycle, this is like a linear line coming up. We've had a ton of time to kind of reach back to our equilibrium here, and what could be on the horizon is a huge rise. And we have all the catalysts, the narratives, the potential events that could result in this. And that's why you want to get positioned now, because once you miss out on this, the gains, life-changing gains for that could lock you and your family in for generations to come are gone. And that's why when you see we saw what happened in 2021. If you were sitting on the sidelines during this time, you saw this all play out. Or maybe you bought up here a little bit, then you saw this all play out. We're at the verge of doing another one of these, but more so like this. Do not miss out this time, please. Do yourself a favor, get locked in with a strategy, and this time execute on it. You know what website to go to if you want to do that. All right, smart money is betting bullish on the market. You have this major index combined hedger position. So the smart money's right here. And as you can see, when the smart money is up in this range, bottoms 2016, here bottom 2019, here bottom 2020, and then here looking like we could be at another bottom based off of this, but that's just one way of looking at it. Then lastly, we got this Bitcoin weekly 10 EMA is crossing 20 EMA imminent. By comparing two bear markets, the duration between bearish and bullish crosses are the same, 55 weeks time, and kind of how it rolls out. Just crazy. Bitcoin, it follows this time cycle that has hit it for over a decade now. 55 weeks upon this cross, boom. Then 55 weeks upon this cross, boom. And this lines up with the 10-day buy now that flash here for the Stargate signals and the 10-day buy now that flash here for the Stargate signals too. I tend to agree with this. I would love to see us pull back down to 20K very quickly, fill that gap, and then just us send it on out of here. You still have a lot of people who can't believe that this is going to happen. So usually majority of people who can't believe that this is going to happen, usually it'll play out like that. But I would love to see it slam down to 20K for those people to get hype and act like they're right. And then we're just going to send it up on out of here for years to come. And we're 10 steps ahead of this. We know the potential key levels to watch. We know what could play out. We know the narrative, and we know the timeline, and we know the trend. So that's what we're watching. Now let's go to this. Moody's introduced scoring system for stablecoins. We had covered this when it first initially came out, but they're going to be doing it for up to 20 stablecoins. I don't even know if there's 20 stablecoins out there that are even worth rating, but I guess that's what they're going to be doing. So I'm excited to see that come out. Then we had this. So this is Onyx by JP Morgan. This is their blockchain platform. What was weird was we're in chain. And when I was looking at this, I looked up XCN. So I'll do search assets right here. And right here, it says Onyx coin. So I was just so confused about that. And so there may be a correlation, a connection that we don't know about, which I want to put the scuba gear on to see if we can uncover anything as far as chain being involved with them. What I did find was, Crypto already posted this. If you like to research, this is up your alley. New BNY Mellon and Fiserv solution, outsource costly international operations such as maintaining foreign no-show accounts and SWIFT connections, receive foreign exchange liquidity from a stable external source. Then I pulled up the document and I was like, I've seen this logo somewhere. And then I remembered, boom, I'm on Chain's website. Who is Chain? Founded in 2014, they're a blockchain-based technology company on a mission to enable a smarter and more connected economy. They build cryptographic ledgers and cloud infrastructure, which is going to be big, that underpins transformative financial products and Web3 services. That I'm looking, they received funding, and we got Fiserv. So that's what kind of led me down this path of, I know Chain is heavily connected, but the JP Morgan thing is something that I want to dig deeper in. But yeah, then we saw 2018, Stellar acquired Chain to form Interstellar. So, and we know how heavily tied up Stellar is. So it wouldn't surprise me for maybe the solution to be based on Chain, which is Interstellar. But yeah, I'm going to be putting on the scuba gear, diving into this to see what we can find, some tangible evidence of partnerships with what they're saying here. So let's dive into it. Payments exchange, foreign exchange services, simplify and streamline online international payments. Financial institutions need streamlined, cost-efficient solutions to meet the increasing demand for payments in foreign currency. With payments exchange, foreign exchange services from Fiserv, banks and credit unions can facilitate foreign exchange trade settlements without maintaining separate relationships with multiple third-party providers. Payments exchange, foreign exchange services is a flexible web-based solution for completing end-to-end international wire transfers, which help minimize the time and effort required to manage global payments. The solution eliminates manual processes and enables users to experience the benefits of payments exchange, Fedwire from Fiserv, with the added advantage of one-step wire entry for foreign exchange. Use payments exchange, foreign exchange services to obtain live quotes, purchase foreign currency, track orders, and generate reports. The solution offers a multiple built-in security features, including customized authorization levels, dual controls, and data encryption to protect the privacy of your data. Experience cost savings and operational efficiencies. Find new revenue sources and gain competitive advantages. New revenue sources right here. Fast, flexible, secure. Fast and efficient, goes into it all. One-time entry international wires. Let's go down. We see automatic Office of Foreign Assets control, OFAC compliant screening of payments and instructions. Comprehensive edits ensure a high degree of straight-through processing of international wires through SWIFT. Flexible, secure. Yep, we got that. Consultative approach. Launching international services with payments exchange, foreign exchange services include a consultative review with your financial institution, comprehensive staff training, marketing support, outsource costly international operations such as maintaining foreign no-show accounts and SWIFT connections, receive foreign exchange liquidity from a stable external source, streamline middle and back office processing, address help desk for support and tracking of foreign exchange wires, create wire room operational efficiencies. So I'll be diving into what this whole new product is coming out of Fiserv and seeing if there's some connections with Chain and Stellar for that. Now, the next thing, I found this. So the importance of interoperability in CBDCs straight out of Bitt, We know Bitt is connected with Stellar, and I downloaded this document. So with high expectations set by many in the international financial community over the past few years, CBDC functionality has been coming under increased scrutiny, and for good reason. One element that consistently emerges as critical is the interoperability of CBDC systems, both with respect to cross-currency integrations and integrations with legacy financial networks and service providers. So let's dive into that document. So the importance of interoperability in CBDCs, let's see it. You know what? Before I dive full-fledged into that, let me just bust out the remainder of these right here. Because we got, what meme coin are you betting on for 2023? Cointelegraph came out with this, and Floki was right here. I definitely don't want to miss the train on this. If there's gonna be another meme run, I might as well get a little exposure to it. Couple $100 play money. $200 was life-changing as far as Shiba goes. I did see an article as far as Floki trying to like burn 98% of the pie, which would probably cause a huge pump. Floki's still under the radar. You can look at this right here, and I mean, it just started to kick up. I would hate to see this and miss out. I missed out on the Shiba, and I saw it before. I just couldn't get myself to buy it, but this time throwing $200 at it, not worrying about it, coming back at the full-fledged of the bull run and being surprised, I'll take it. I mean, so you can actually get this on Uniswap. So I'll probably take a stab at it. $200, something light. Not worried about if it kind of disappears. I just don't want to miss a potential Shiba in the making right here. You can see the chart right here as well too. I mean, this was back. It didn't launch in the full-fledged bull market when it first started like Shiba did. This is what it did back in July 2021 from that kind of recovery pump from we went into correction from like April-ish, May down to like the end of July. And then it pulled, dude, 80x in legit 95 days. If this is something like this that's building up right now, I would hate to say that, oh, I'm staying away from this, and then that play out right after, because you want your dream amount of holdings as far as XRP, XLM, whatever it may be, throwing $200 in this and then coming back in a couple months, and if it being up here, you'll get your dream holding. Like, we're talking 25x. I don't know if XRP and XLM will do that, but a meme coin out of nowhere based off of all the speculation will probably do that. So I'm going to throw $200 in it, see what plays out. Then we got Twitter begins applying for regulatory licenses to enter payments business in the US. So at first they were talking about it. Now they're applying for it. Then also this, the US debt clock was updated weirdly. And it's been updated, I think, even since I last looked at it, but it says dollar to crypto to ratio. Dollar to crypto to ratio 2013, dollar crypto to ratio now. Look at the difference. 9,588 to 1 back in 2013. Now it's 23 to 1. Yeah, nuts. Look at the difference between paper gold ratio now to dollar gold ratio 1913. Like, not much of a dip. Like, let's say like 6x from 1913 to here, when we're talking like multiples from now to 2013 with this, and it's such a small amount of time too. Yeah, they added this, so if this doesn't seal the deal as far as crypto being here to stay, I don't know what else does. I mean, we've seen so many other things, but this is just a seal of the deal. This looks new, or I came across a tweet saying that this is new. I haven't seen it before. We still see dollar to oil ratio 0, 0, 0. I don't know why those have asterisks right there. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on, that's for sure. It's so weird. This is like all bugging out. Something's going on, and that they just added that. That's definitely, oh wait, oh, there we go. So if I hover over it, it'll tell me. So the US dollar ratio now, the asterisk is the US M2 money supply is declining year over year. Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about, but all I know is these say 0. Crypto's involved now, so there we go. Then we have this. Germany has postponed the release of inflation data until next week due to a technical issue. The German economy also shrank in Q4, and the Federal Reserve is changing the CPI methodology next month. Very curious to deep dive into what they're changing it to, but we know why they're changing it, because inflation is just going to keep getting out of control. So they're going to change the methodology of like calculating it to kind of put it, soften the blow and kind of skew the numbers to make it not look like it's rising so heavily, but it will be, because when you go to the grocery store, everything will still be up, and they're just going to kind of masquerade it by changing methodology of calculating it. SEC versus Ripple, everything is briefed. Now we wait. So for anybody who want an update on that, everything's all good. We just got to wait. Then we have this. Since 1980, U.S. median household income has lost 89% of its purchasing power in terms of investment in equities. How can a young person make any future wealth when the cards are stacked against them? They can buy 26% less of property too. QE and other monetary policy only makes this worse over time. The only answer is to find investments that break this trap. Offering the upside equities did in 1980, for example, or bonds at 18%. Crypto, with a $1 trillion market cap, is 1/200th of the size of the global equity market and offers the best opportunity I've seen to bridge the gap. Technology stocks too, the exponential age, or secular trends such as India. Yes, you can try to make it trading, but it rarely works unless you've got Stargate stuff. But find long-term themes that have secular tailwinds and outperform the debasement of currency over time, but trying to play the baby boomer game, income, real estate, S&P 500 is simply unlikely to make the returns required. The best way for most who don't want to take high risks is to have an allocation to the boomer strategy and an allocation to potential secular themes. Otherwise, it's all rigged against you. Oh, and your wages won't go up in real terms. They haven't in 50 years. You can complain about the Fed, the government, the left, the right, but the issue is demographics. Too many people in the labor force competing for wages against the headwinds of debt, technology, and globalization. You control your own destiny and how to get out of the trap. And that's just it right there. This guy, Raoul Pal, nailed it to a T. He hit the nail on the head. You're in control of how your life pans out this decade. Personally, I'm all in on crypto. I'm not looking to get any stocks. I'm not looking to get any real estate right now. I'm not looking to get a job I'm looking to go all in on crypto because we know it's here to stay. It's a matter of being in the right ones and being patient and watching it play out. Personally, I'm doing the trading. I got the Stargate software. The members got it too. We're doing the pair-to-pair strategy. We're doing the FEMEX day trades. That's how we're doing it. But, the normal way of making money or how it worked for 50 years is not the way it works now. And it is a death trap. And the only way to get out of it, in my opinion, in my eyes, and through my research, is being in cryptos. And based off your own risk tolerance, your risk portfolio, you decide how much you want to be involved in it. I would say the biggest risk is not being involved in it, having zero exposure to it. So this was a great thread. I'm definitely going to save that. I'll share that in the Discord too. If you're not already in the Discord, come join the Discord. I'll put the link in the bio. All right, that wraps that up. Now let's go back to that Bitt article or that Bitt PDF. And we know that Bitt is heavily tied up with Stellar. They won the Cbdc challenge from the BIS. I think that was last year, 2 years ago. No, it was, 2023. 2 years ago. Bitt and Stellar Development Foundation selected as finalists from the Monetary Authority of Singapore's Global CBDC Challenge to develop and showcase retail CBDC solutions. Notice how it says retail, right? Because that's what Stellar is being used for. It's not for wholesale. And it's right there. So that's why we're looking into Bitt, because we can kind of find who they're collaborating with and then find more info based off of that by looking into them. If we look at this, the latter part, so the importance of interoperability in CBDCs, the latter part of 2022 marks some major milestones in the development of CBDCs. In September 2022, the U.S. Department of Treasury published their reports on digital assets with extensive commentary on potential digital USD. And in November, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York announced a digital dollar pilot collaborating with a set of major banks and payment companies. This comes as a welcome evolution in CBDC development across the globe, as many monetary authorities have been waiting for the American authorities to reveal their CBDC roadmap and disclose further information regarding their approach to CBDC. While other official publications do not commit the Fed to a digital dollar, they could signal the digital way ahead of the world's preeminent reserve currency. With high expectations set by many in the international financial community over the past few years, CBDC functionality is coming under increased scrutiny, and for a good reason. One element that consistently emerges as critical is interoperability of CBDC systems, both with respect to cross-currency integrations and integrations with legacy financial networks and service providers. So they go into it right there. And you can even see the release from Treasury was informative and provided further context for the Federal Reserve's release earlier this year. However, it poses more question than it does answers. Perhaps one of the benefits of the latest release is it brings further attention to the critical challenges faced by those of us developing CBDC systems. Then if we go down here, basically, they're laying everything out. You cannot lease with the choice. Many arguments can be made for issuing on a private permission network or an open permissionless network. However, does a monetary authority need to choose one network on which to issue their currency? Who is to say that legal tender can only exist on one network, especially considering the fact that central bank money exists today in multiple forms? If you go down here, you can just see they're talking about Hyperledger Corda, MIT's Open CBDC, as well as public networks such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar. So Bitt CBDC's platforms enable smooth integration with financial intermediaries and DeFi asset markets with proven network security and carefully designed privacy options, providing a platform on which financial intermediaries can integrate and compete to drive down the cost of payments, integrate with new digital currency networks, and provide technically provable security and privacy guarantees to all users and drivers for CBDC solution providers like Bitt. Central banks require reliable tools that enable them to continue to achieve their mandate in a rapidly evolving global financial ecosystem. These tools should be interoperable with the most advanced and performant transaction networks, including private permission networks, Hyperledger Corda, that's why we watch them, MIT's Open CBDC, as well as public networks like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Stellar, National Bank of Ukraine, Unknown, who People's Bank of China is using, Central Bank of Bahamas, Bank of Jamaica, Open CBDC, Federal Bank of Boston, Bank of England, Bank of Canada. So this is a sick document. You can see who they're working with or experimenting with. If I go down here, it dives deeper into the certain ones. I'm going to save this for my Stellar deep dive, to be honest. I'm going to save the rest. So if you're not already in the Discord, come join the Discord. I'll put the link in the bio. If you want to get signed up to get the premium white glove service, the creme de la creme, then hit us up in the Discord. Say, hey, I want that white glove service, that creme de la creme, and we'll get a team member to get you situated. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the Discord and in the next one.